Welcome to The Explainer. So, have you ever thought about building a career that's not just incredibly rewarding, but is also in super high demand all over the world? Well, today, that's exactly what we're digging into: the life of a speech-language pathologist and where this amazing skill set can take you.
Okay, so here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with the basics. What exactly is an SLP? Then we'll walk through how you become one. After that, we get to the really exciting stuff: the global demand, what the salaries look like, and the absolute top countries to work in. And finally, we'll talk about how you can actually make that big international move.
All right, first things first. What in the world is a speech-language pathologist, or SLP? And why is their work so important? Really, at its heart, this job is all about connection. It's one of the most fundamental human things there is. You see, SLPs work with everybody, from tiny infants who are having trouble feeding to adults who are recovering from a stroke or learning to manage conditions like Parkinson's. It's literally about giving people their voice back, and with it, their ability to connect with the world around them.
So you might be thinking, wow, that sounds incredible. But what does it actually take to build the foundation for a career that has such a huge impact? Let's break it down.
This right here, this really gets to the core of what makes a great SLP. It's this amazing mix of science and, well, humanity. You've got to have those sharp analytical skills to figure out what's going on, but then you have to pair that with just incredible empathy and patience to build trust with your clients. And on top of that, you're mastering techniques, keeping detailed records, and always staying up to date with the latest research. It's a real balancing act.
And let me tell you, the path to becoming a licensed SLP is intense for a very good reason. You're looking at a master's degree, a ton of hands-on clinical practice with supervision, and then, of course, passing your board exams to get that professional license. It's a process designed to make sure every single SLP is ready to provide the best care possible.
Okay, so we know what it takes to become an SLP. Now for the really exciting part: the opportunities. Because this isn't just a rewarding career, it's one with incredible global demand and, as you're about to see, some pretty great financial rewards too. So here's the key thing to understand. The need for qualified SLPs isn't just holding steady. It's actually growing all over the world. Why? Well, we've got aging populations that need more specialized care. We're so much more aware of developmental disorders in kids, and medical breakthroughs are helping people live longer, fuller lives. It all adds up to a super strong and growing job market.
And of course, that high demand translates directly into some strong earning potential. You can see right here, the United States is leading the pack with an average salary of about $85,000 a year. But that's just the start, because the opportunities are really strong across the board. If we look at a key market like Australia, for instance, you're talking an average salary of around $63,000 US. And hopping right next door to Canada, it's a very similar story. A really competitive average coming in at just over $62,000 for these absolutely vital professionals.
Then if we head over to Europe, Germany offers another solid hub with an average of $54,000. So when you put it all together, you really start to see the picture of a truly global and financially rewarding career path.
All right, so we've seen the demand is there, the money is good, but where are the absolute best places in the world to actually build a career as a speech-language pathologist? Let's get specific.
This table just lays it all out perfectly. You've got the US at number 1, and that's driven by huge demand in all kinds of settings, plus a lot of funding for research. Then you have Canada, where their universal healthcare system means there's always a consistent need. Down in Australia, the big drivers are an aging population and a real focus on early intervention. You can see each country here offers its own unique professional landscape.
So the opportunities are clearly out there. They're huge. But that leaves one big question. How do you actually go about taking your skills and working in another country?
I mean, it sounds amazing, right? But the process itself, well, it can look a little tricky from the outside. So let's take a look at what's really involved.
Look, let's be real, making an international move means jumping through some hoops. You'll probably need to get your credentials evaluated to match the local standards, maybe take a language test, and then navigate what can feel like a maze of visa requirements that are different for every single country. It can honestly feel a bit overwhelming.
But you know what? This is exactly where modern technology can be a total game changer. AI-powered immigration platforms like WannaVisa.ai, for example, are designed specifically to help skilled professionals like SLPs make sense of all this complexity. They can help you map out your entire journey, from figuring out your visa options to checking job requirements.
So, the big takeaway here is crystal clear. As this quote says, people are recognizing more and more just how vital communication is to our quality of life. And that means this is a career with real, lasting impact and incredible long-term security, no matter where you choose to practice in the world.
And that really leaves us with one final, huge thought. With an entire world of opportunity out there waiting for you, the biggest question isn't if you can make a difference, it's just deciding where you want to.
So, if a global career helping people communicate sounds like your calling, the first step is always understanding your options. This whole guide was based on information from wannavisa.ai, which, as we mentioned, is an AI-powered platform designed to help skilled professionals do exactly that.